Hi everyone, good morning. So in the last class, what we discussed, in the last class we are done with a couple of transactions we are done. So what transactions we are done? We are done with positions trees, and in last class we done with how person name it will be generated. And so while hiring up the employee, you want to add some personal details. You want to capture with personal details based on the country specific. So how we can add those fields we discuss. And we discuss with what is the person type while hiring up the employee for reporting purpose. If the employee belongs to equity partner, non-equity partner, you want to add with your person type, how it will be useful. And we discuss with the assignment status. So when you're hiring an employee, what is the employee record for HR perspective, employee record for your payroll perspective. So active, eligible for payroll, inactive but eligible for payroll. So that particular status. So that's person status. We discussed that. That's all concepts we discussed in the last class. Let's move forward to discuss with here. It's not mentioned, but we have the tree structures. We have that. So the structure is always same. If you create the department tree, if you create the position tree, if you create the organization tree, always the creation is the same. Okay, so let's try to see that. I hope you have already this PPT. What is the tree? How it is useful? Just you can theoretical information. You can go ahead from that. So let me try to create with your particular trees. Try to create that. If you have HR specialist, yes, directly you can go. You can able to do that. And then go to the navigator. I hope you are having that. Under my client group, you can able to see that. No, it's not having. So if you have HR specialist role, directly you can able to do configuration here. Otherwise, you can go to the setup and manage. Let me log in with HR specialist role. And confirm. And mistake here. What is that? Mistake, not mistake. We are in the EMK. Let me go for navigator. Navigator, you can go to the micro info and you can able to see your workflow structure. Directly you can go to the workflow structure. You should have the human resource specialist job role. And you want to create the position and position trees. And you want to create the job or job families. The same way you want to create department and department trees you can able to create. And manage your organization tree. You want to create the organization tree. Any tree, the creation is there. Let me try to see that. First, you should create your tree name. Need to be add create tree name. Let me click on the create. And you can give your name of your tree. I'll give it the RCS tree of tree. I'll give that. And you can give the code of your tree. And that's it. So this is just for name. Here we are giving that. The source by default it will pick up organization tree data source. By default it will pick up. Then you can click on the next. Click on the next. And submit. That's it. Just be giving the tree name. Under tree, you can create your versions. You can select it. You can click on the create tree version. So always we can able to active one tree version. For suppose you have this structure now. Where we have an enterprise structure. So we have this structure now. Maybe you want to add some more business unit, some more department, or something you want to change it in your tree. What we can do that version we can able to inactive, and again we can give it a new version. Okay. Always you can able to active one tree version. Okay. Then click on the create tree version. Here you can see the start date, end date is there. When we create the tree, nothing is there, just for name. Under tree, we can able to create multiple versions. You can create as per your requirement. Okay. So tree 001 version. Great. Description, and you can give the note. And effective start date. Which date you want to start? So effective start date, I want to go for this date, or you can go for January 1st or anything. Okay, if you have any end date, you can give that. Or first, initially it will create in the draft mode. After that, we should be activate for your tree. Okay, then you can click on the next. Yeah, a new blank tree version is created successfully. Okay, so the blank tree it will be created, and you need to be added your tree. Your tree, what is your top layer? Your enterprise is the top, or divisions, or legal entity, or business unit. What is your top for in your tree structure? Based on that, you can add it. Add it. So search it. What you're selecting that? What you're trying to search it? Classification. So classification is maybe enterprise or division or what? My top layer is the enterprise. Or how you require basically. So I'll go for enterprise. So then click on search it. Right now it is in the SailPoint enterprise structure. Nothing about that. In the enterprise HCM information, what name is available, that name it will be shown here. Okay, if it is there in your Shivani, that Shivani enterprise it will show that. What name at present, at the moment, when I'm trying to search that, at the moment what name is available in enterprise level, that name it will be visible. Okay, then click on the add tree node. So this is my top layer. Under that, what we require, so you can add it. So under that, I have the divisions. So I want to add my divisions. What is the name you have the divisions? I have group structure in the name called Shivani, I hope. Let me search on that. No. Let me blind the search. So here Kalyan is there, US, UK and India. The three divisions I want to add it. So I want to add US, UK and India. The three divisions I want to add it. Add tree node. So you have enterprise. Under enterprise, you have the three divisions. Under US division, what legal entities you have that? Select your US division and click on the add it. And click on the search it. The next, under US division, I have the US legal entities. I want to add those legal entities. Then your classification name is going to be legal entity. Anything is fine. Legal employer and legal reporting entity, anything is fine. Legal entity, then click on search it. And when we are creating that, here in the creating stage, we can able to see all divisions. You can see all divisions, okay, not SailPoint. So these all setups are individual setups. We are not assigned anywhere, if you remember. For HCM perspective, the ledger is coming, we are assigning that, but HCM perspective setups, we create the divisions, we are not associated anywhere. We create the legal entity, we are not associated anywhere. We create the business unit, we are not associated anywhere. We create our workforce structure, we associated workflow structure, but your data set level. That's we are not assigning anything. Under division, what legal entities you have that, what business units you have that, what departments you have that. These all those things. Right now we are creating the organization tree. In the tree level, you can able to see the all setups. Okay. So I have that same name Kalyan. So I have the US case. I have the US retail legal entity, infra legal entity, IT legal entity. I'm associating this legal entities to this particular division. Add tree node. And you can select the UK division. And under UK, what legal entities you have that you can add it. You click on the search it. And classification name is going to be legal entity. The same way you can search for Kalyan. So in UK case, I got the retail and infra. You can add renewed. And India case, I have the only one legal entity for India case. Let me add. Kalyan India IT legal entity. Okay. So this is where you can say you have the enterprise. Under enterprise, you have the divisions, US and UK. If I open the US division, I have the 3 legal entities. If I open the UK division, I have the 2 legal entities. If you have the India division, I have the 1 legal entity. So the next step, under US retail legal entity, what business units you have that? You can add your business units. Under US retail legal entity, what business units? You can click on the add button. If you have the multiple business units, you can associate that. So how you create it basically. So classification now is going to be business unit. Business unit, then click on the OK. Then click on the search it. I have some business unit. You can see that we put US infra, US IT, US retail, we have that. So I'm going to share that this particular business unit. US retail view, people US retail view, then click on the add tree node. So I have the infra case you can add it. People US infra, you can add it, add node. And IT. I hope you understand how we can able to create these structures. Classification is a business unit. And you can give the people. IT case, IT. And you have the UK retail, you can add it. Classification is a business unit. So UK retail, Kalyan UK infra, search it. You can add report and a classification name, you can add it. That is a business unit. Then you can switch it. So Kalyan UK infra view. add 3 not. For India case, we have the only one. Let me add that particular business unit. We put India business unit, add 3 not. So this way you can create your particular divisions. Under divisions you can add legal entities. Under legal entities you can add your particular business units. Okay. So after business unit, if you want to have any departments, you can add it. Under business unit, what departments you want to share that if you have anything. So you want to add it anything? Yes, you can able to add it based on your requirement. You want to add any departments if you have? Yes. What is your department name? You can query that, you can add it under view. So this is a way you can able to create your particular structure. You can able to create it. Okay. So you can create your structure. So once you've done the structure, then you can go for submit button. I create with my structure. Then you can click on the submit button. So the tree version 3 RCS tree created successfully. Okay, and you can expand button. It's still in the draft mode. If it is a draft mode, this structure is not visible. It should be activated. Then go to the actions, and you should do the audit. I'll set the status. Anything. So let me click on the audit. So online audit or scheduled audit. It's online audit. So while running up the audit, it will check that the dates and all. If your department is the end date is there, that particular department you added to here, it will throw the error message. Like all are inactive or not your organization, what you added. Okay. Yeah, it's an okay. Audit is completed.
So if you have given the inventory, given the start date for tomorrow's date, do it audit today, it won't, it will stay, keep it in the draft only.
Not start date. We added the organization, business unit, department you added. Department is the end date department. That department you use that you added this organization tree. It throw the error message. It will show the error message. It's in the department is not in the active mode. So here each one it will running. Each route it's running the auditing. Okay. Then you can click on the done. Then you can change the actions. Set status is active. Status is active. This particular version is available. Optionally, we gonna do that flattering also, column flattering and row flattering. So what is the use of this thing means optionally, it's not a mandatory. Usually this is all a little bit technical information. The tree structure are heavy loaded with data. That particular structure having the heavy loaded. As a tree management guidelines, use the following settings, improve the performance of data rendering and retrieval. Like nothing but based on this particular tree structure, you have the many departments, many businesses, many heavy loading the data. For the performance of data fetching, you can optionally you can able to run this particular thing, row flattering, column flattering. So these all things you can able to do optionally. What row flattering it will do, you can study this particular thing. It is a little bit technical. So the row flattering. We are not selected. Okay, then online auditing. You want to schedule that, you can schedule it. And color. You can click on that. Okay. And click on the done. So this is a way you can able to create any tree. If you create the position tree, or if you create the department tree, or any tree, the creation is that first you can create the tree. Under tree, we can create the version, and you can add your nodes, what departments you required. You can able to add it. Once you create it, you should be activated. For activating case, you can do the online auditing, then activating. Optionally, we can able to do the flattering, row flattering and column flattering. Okay. So once you have the organization tree, based on the organization tree base, you want to achieve your security. Nothing about that. I have the recruiter. That particular recruiter, you want to give the access of all legal entities, and you can able to get the access. And you want to give the particular business unit access for their recruiter. It's like based on the organization tree base, you can able to achieve your security also. So let me go to the security profile. How it is useful, we'll discuss. In this case also, you can go for your workflow structure only. You have this is a security profile. You have the person security profile, organization security profile, position security profile, LDG, legalist to data group security profile, country security profile, document type security profile, transaction security profile. These are all different security profile. So we go for the organization security profile first. You can able to create it. You can give the name of your security profile. Let me give it the same name, RCS2 security profile. You can give it. Include future organization. If you add it with any other organization, those also you want to include it, you can enable the checkbox. So you can see the organization hierarchy, we have that. You are secured by organization hierarchy. You want to be achieve your security profile based on the organization hierarchy base, you can enable the checkbox. When you enable the checkbox, you have the two options, tree structure and top organization selection. In the tree structure, you have the two options. You want to follow by the organization hierarchy or department hierarchy. So we create with our organization hierarchy. And what is your organization tree? Just now we created our organization tree, name called as the RCS2. RCS3 maybe we giving that. Okay. So you can give the organization tree, we giving that. When the moment you giving the organization tree, in this particular tree, what you added, everything you can able to see here under organization. We add the business units, enterprise, divisions, business unit, and legal entities we added. So which level you want to give the access to the recruiter? If I give the enterprise, everything you can able to get the access. At US division, under US division, what legal entities you have that, what business units you have that, what departments you have. If you go for the division level, our particular company, in the retail company only you want to give the access? Yes, legal entity. That particular legal entity will show which business units you have that, under business unit what departments you have. So otherwise you want to give the business unit. You want to give the particular department. Which level you want to give the access for your recruiter. Based on that, you can select here. Based on that, you can select here. So you want to come by your security profile, you want to be achieved by your organization hierarchy. Or if you create any department hierarchy, yes, you can go for department hierarchy. What is your department tree, you can add it. So how you want to achieve that? Based on your requirement base, you can use this particular organization hierarchies you will use in your particular security prospect. This is also one of the reasons why we create the tree means this is also one of the reasons to achieve by your organization hierarchies, we can able to achieve by our security profiles. Otherwise, organization classification, you have that. You want to achieve your security based on the organization classification, we don't require to create the organization tree. Directly you can come to here, secure with the organization classification. You can add it. So you want to give the legal entity, you can give the legal entity here. Classification, nothing but that. Classification, nothing but that. Your enterprise or legal entity or division or business unit or what is your classification? You want to be enterprise, you can give the enterprise, the entire enterprise, or particular division, or particular department, or particular business unit you want to give the access. If I give the business unit, in the business unit table, what are the business units are available? All business units the recruiter can able to get the access. Usually here demo version, everyone is create their own business unit, but in the real environment, will be create the what exactly the client having that, maybe 4, 5 or 10. So the business unit table, what business units are available, all business units the user can able to get the access. If I give the business unit a classification, or department, if you give that, what department is available in the department table, it will be visible, or your particular division or anything. Okay, that's where you can give the directly classification. You want to be excluded some of these, like in the business unit table, you have the 10 business unit. In the 10 business units, you don't want to allow. You want to exclude some of the business unit. Yes, I can able to do that. Include or exclude. I can put an exclude. Whatever the business unit you want to exclude it. You have the 10 business units. Some of the 2 business units you want to exclude it. You don't want to allow to give the access to the particular recruiter. Yes, you can able to give your organization classification and specify them. You want to be excluded any organization, you can specify them. So this is also one of the options to achieve whether based on the organization classification base.
In this sense, there is no need to create the tree.
In organization classification, you want to achieve that, we don't require to create the tree. We don't need. In organization means you create the already business unit. So otherwise, directly can come to the organizations. If you give the classification, what happened? All business units can able to get access. I have the requirement, particular legal entity, I want to give the access to my recruiter. Then included what legal entity you want to give it. So classification, I'll be give the legal entity and organization name. You can give it. My organization name is let me give the Wipro we have. Okay, Wipro will use. So Wipro US retail legal entity I have. Yes, legal entity I have that. You can say give that legal entity. Then click on the OK. So I want to allow to do the transaction using of this particular legal entity. You want to allow to do the transaction, particular business unit, anything, you can add it. Classification is a legal entity. Classification is a business unit. Business unit. What is your business unit name? Let me search on the Wipro. Wipro US tab. So this security profile, wherever you use, that particular user can able to get only this particular BU and particular legal entity access. So you need to remember in organization security profile, we can able to weigh the organization hierarchy in the sense your department hierarchy or your organization hierarchy or organization classification or organization. Okay. If they start asking the question for security perspective, this is one of the mandatory questions. Definitely they're going to ask you that I have the 5 departments, I have the user, I want to allow to the 1 department. I have the 10 companies in US, I have the different companies, UK different companies. I want to give the access to my recruiter in US 1 company, in UK 1 company. How we can able to achieve that? So definitely they're going to ask you different scenarios, how you going to create your security profile. Definitely you should be practice it. Okay. A regular question you will get from the security topic. I hope you understand our organization hierarchies, how we can create, our security profile, how we can create it. Okay. This security profile directly we can associate with our employee? No. What we should do that? We need to create your particular data role. The data role means your particular job role. Job role means your custom job role. You should be duplicated custom job role plus security profile. Plus security profile. Okay. So data role, we need to be data role. You can able to assign to your particular transaction user. Always transaction user required data role. Okay. When you get the fresh environment, each module you should be generate the data role. When you want to do your core HR, or when you want to do the benefits, or when you want to do the payroll, if you want to do the transaction, you should be create the data role. Without data role, you cannot able to do the transaction. But our case, these all existing URLs already is there. Those all we assign to your users. You can able to do the transaction. But if you get the fresh environment, we don't have any data role in the system. So first step before starting up the module will be create the data roles. The data roles will associate that. Then only I can able to run the payroll or existing payroll information. I can able to see that. Okay, data role is mandatory to do the transaction. Okay, but setups case we don't require data role. If you have the FSM access, we can do the setups. Okay, so now we have the security profile. We have that. I need to be create this particular custom job role. In that case, you can go to the tools, go to the security console. I hope you people know that this program name, role application secure data process. When you get the fresh environment, first we'll schedule this particular program and LDAP program. And roles, which role I required? I required Human Resource Specialist. Human Resource Specialist role. And go to here, and you can able to copy the role. Copy role and inherited roles. And you can give it what name you require. Giving the RCS3. Then you can click on the next button. And you want to add any privileges? Yes, you can add it. So you want to remove any privileges? Yes, you can select that. You can remove that. You don't want to allow your Human Resource Specialist. You don't want to allow to get the access of absence administration work area. You can remove it. So how you require, you can able to customize. And data security policies. You want to change any policies? You want to delete it, or you want to enable any policies? Yes, you can able to enable the policies as per their requirement. Then click on the next. So you can able to see the role hierarchy. You want to be included another role as my Human Resource Specialist job role. I want to be as in the Human Resource Analyst also. Yes, you can able to include other roles also. That means this particular user, which user you associate this particular data role, that particular user can become as a Human Resource Specialist and it will become as a Human Resource Analyst also. Okay. And directly go to the user, next, and click on the summary. You want to add something, you can able to see that. You want to remove something, you can able to see that. Then, so backend process is going on, copy role process is going on. If you want to see the process, go to the administration, and we have the role copy status. And this process is need to be completed. Once this process is completed, yes, I can able to create my data role. In the meanwhile, we'll go for data role area. Go to the navigator, you want to create the data role. Go to the navigator. And you can go for workflow structure. Navigator, my client group, workflow structure. And you can come to down. Data role and security profile. And you can click on the create it. But this process need to be completed. Still processing login. Any question anyone having? The main way.
Hi Ravi.
Go ahead.
What is the normal procedure while doing the security profiles? Means organization is the through organization it is good, or through department it is good?
Anything is fine, but here what happened is the approach of the security profile depend upon the consultant. The same solution I can able to give the organization structure. The same solution I can able to give it the organization classification. Same solution I can able to give the organization. Output will be same. Okay. So it's a depend upon the process. Some cases we go for the organization structure hierarchy based. We can be able to go for that. The requirement when we design, maybe we'll take the decision. Okay. But the same solution we can able to achieve in the different ways. Okay. So the requirement is coming based on your recruiter, and the same thing he's a HR also. So that case, how you going to achieve that? Right now we are simple requirement. So I have the recruiter, I have the HR, both is the same person. So I want to allow to be hire an employee the 3 companies, but I want to allow to see the person records 1 company only. So when the requirement is coming for you, then we'll take the decision. So just now we observed only 1 security profile, but we have person security profile, country specific profile. We're going to discuss that each one. Just now we taken the example as the org security profile. Maybe we'll spend with tomorrow also the same topic. We'll see the remaining security profiles also. Maybe finally you can understand that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, our role copy status is completed. Then you can go to the data role. Then you can create your data role. RCS3 data role will be created. Okay, so RCS3 data role you can create it. And what is your job role? So here, this is my job role. You need to pick from that your custom job role. Don't assign any seeded role. It will be impact to the other users. Create your custom one, and you can associate your whatever your security profiles you want to associate them. What you want to achieve that, you can achieve that, but don't use the seeded one. Yes, that's what we created. Then click on the OK. And what is the name you want? Very good. Then click on the next one. Then you can able to see that now we create the only one. Maybe in the next class we're going to create some more things. You can able to associate. What other security profiles is there? All security profiles we can able to associate here. But we are done with the only one. Organization security profile we are done. Then let me answer share that. RCS3 org security profile we created. Then you can associate that. That means we are merging with both of them. So merging with my role, merging with my role and my my security profile. Merging with custom job role security profile, the name called as the data role. Okay, so let me move forward. But position security profile we are not creating. Then I'll allow to see the all positions. If you create, that is also you can see that you can able to achieve with the your hierarchies, position hierarchies. Basically, you can able to achieve that. So country security profile I'll allow to view all countries, and LDG I'll allow to view all LDGs. Person I'll allow to all view all people, and public person allowed to view all people. Document type, view all document types. Position, payroll security profile I will allow to view all payrolls. Flow patterns, yes, I will allow to all flow patterns. Then you can click on the next. Just click on next, and it will open each one again. Position, country, LDG, person, public person, and document type, and payroll flow. Okay, you want to review it finally, you can review it, and you can click on the submit. Click on the submit button. So then our data role is ready. This particular data role you can associate to your particular consultant. Which transaction user you want to associate this particular data role, you can associate that.
So we install.
Sorry.
In this organization, we added up to the business units.
In this scenario, we added with legal entity, particular business unit we giving that.
Okay.
These two, when you associate this data role to the user can able to hire an employee, particular legal entity, particular business unit. He can able to see the all position of the employee records. You can able to see the all country specific of employee records. You can able to see we are not restrict to seeing of your person records. You can able to see the all person records. Just we restricting that to hire an employee, particular legal entity, particular business unit. Okay. Any employee we have. Let me add his record. Then click on the add role. I want to be assigned our data role. What is our data role? RCS3 data role. Then click on the data. Then save and close it. The next step, we need to run the LDAP. This one. Let me sign out this user, log in back to our new user, RCS3 employee. Okay, go to the navigator. and you can able to see the main client group. And let me click on the new person. You can hire an employee. So here, go to the legal employer. If you properly synchronize, I can able to see the only one legal entity. You cannot able to see the other legal entity. Okay. If you go for employment information level, I can able to see the only one business unit. If you want to hire an employee, legal entity and business unit is mandatory. So this recruiter can able to see that this particular legal entity and particular business unit usage, and he can able to complete the hiring process. So wherever if you go for the person records, you can able to see the all existing person records. Why means we enable the view all. So that's the reason. Let me go to the migrant group, and you can go to the person management. And if you go for advanced, you should be know some information. Just let me give the I have the user called as the rainbow. So here you can see that I can able to see the all existing person records. You can able to see that, but this employee is not hired by the particular legal entity or particular business unit. Maybe it is different legal entity, different business unit, but we are not restricting the any employee records. We're giving the all access, view all person records, view all public person records, view all positions. Something when you can able to see the all position of employees, you can able to see that. So see this particular user is working on the SailPoint business unit, but this user don't have that particular access. But still he can able to see the person records, means we are not restricted there. So in the tomorrow class, what we can do that we'll restrict the some person records. I don't want to allow to see that this is all person records. So we'll take the some use case and we'll go and create our person security profile, and we'll associate with our data role. Finally, we'll create the data role and we'll be log in and we'll be see that what access. For suppose I have the two departments. What are the employees are available in the two departments? Those employees only I want to allow to see that. So how we going to restrict that? That's we'll see it in that tomorrow class. Yeah. Any question anyone having? So do the practice. Almost we are at end of our core HR module. So we are done with major topics. Maybe 1 or 2 days we'll spend with the security profile. That means we getting the at least 3-4 questions in the entry point of we'll spend with some scenarios in the security profile. So once we are done, just we'll do it one day. We can able to do the all transactions. We'll have an employee, content worker, pending worker, how we can convert as a employee. And when employees log in, how we can able to see the things and all here, where he can go and see the pay slips, and where he can able to book the expenses, where he can able to see the person records. You want to change the address, where he can do that. That employee self-service, we will see that. After that, we'll see the manager self-service, administrator and manager. So manager want to transfer it, employee to one location to another location, or one legal entity to another legal entity. You want to promote, depromote, rehire an employee. These are all those things we'll see. As a manager service, self-service, as an administrator self-service, you can able to do that. So there's all transaction we'll see it in the one day. So do the practice more on the all areas. And if you have any questions, please let me know that. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm having one.
Sorry.
I'm having one question.
Go ahead.
What is the normal procedure while first they will create the employee, or they will create the data role? After that, they will create the employee and they will associate it. What is the normal procedure?
Give me 1 minute, be online. Please be online. Usually who is asking this question? Are you able to hear?
Ravi.
Yeah, Jagdish. Usually we get the requirement. So like we need to load the data for your employee data. So if the client using some existing system, they want to be use they have some legacy system. We should be bring all employee data from legacy system to here. So who are working in the technical side, those people can able to try to load the data. So who are working in the security prospect, you are the security administrator, you are working in the security implementing. This person for in the manual, he'll be create the data roles. As the requirement, what are the data roles he required, he'll be creating. Then will be assigned. So if the new person is coming, if existing persons, this is a procedure where there is no other procedure kind of. So once you loaded existing employees information, once you have shared what are the data roles you require, shared that. Then next thing in the future, if you're trying to hire an employee in the future case, we have the setup. Still, we are not done the concept. That is the mapping roles. If you remember, where we create our data role in the same area, you can able to see the one of the option is the mapping. Mapping in the sense, when you're trying to hire an employee for the particular legal entity, these roles need to be automatically mapping. Or when you're trying to hire an employee particular department, we don't require to go and add roles in the manually. So we'll do setup. When you hire an employee particular department, particular position, these roles automatically be assigned. When you hire an employee particular job, these roles need to be automatic as well. So that is a setup called as a role mapping setup. So once we done that particular setup, maybe recruiter doesn't know that these are all roles information. He's a recruiter. So, but once consultant is done that particular setup, just while hiring up the employee, he can able to click on the auto provision. So when the moment you click on the auto provision, automatically the roles will be frozen to the user. If you remember, when you go for security console, when you assign the role, you can able to see the auto provision option, one of the flag. That means if the role is adding with manually or a role it's come with the automatic provision base. That is the information, that is the setup base it will come. Okay, so that's where in the future employees it will manage it, and existing employees to bring manually only we need to map it. Yeah.
Okay, Ravi, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? Now, if we don't have, we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.